Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I wanted to start a debate. So yesterday, Kimbella announced that she has started a Onlyfans account. So it was kind of interesting because she promoted it on her Instagram story, and then Jules Santana made an Instagram post supporting the fact that his wife started an OnlyFans account. The debate that I want to start, is this pimping or is this support? And the reason why is because, in my opinion, I really feel like, me personally, I feel like OnlyFans should be for women that are single. Now, I addressed this on my Instagram story. You should follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. But I asked you guys, I said, is this pimping or is this support? And the reason is because at the end of the day, this is a woman who is posting certain photos and things like that to OnlyFans, but she's also providing for her family in the process. So that means that instead of her man going out getting a job, he has her starting an OnlyFans account with his approval, behind his approval, and in the process, he is also taking some of her earnings or benefiting from some of her earnings or all of her earnings. We don't really know what is going on behind the scenes with the financial situation between these two, but we know that those funds most likely are not just going to her, that he is somehow benefiting. And this is what I don't like to see. When I see women who partake in OnlyFans, I honestly would rather, regardless if they are a single woman with kids, I would prefer them to be single. I would prefer them not to have a man in the picture at all, because then at that point it's almost like two things. A man is not providing within the home, or if he is, it's still not enough, so you still have to put yourself out there in a way, and in the process he's allowing it, and in the process he's basically pimping you out for profit. So I have to ask, is this pimping or is this support? Like I said, I would prefer, if you do partake in OnlyFans or sex work, I would prefer you to be single, because it is a hustle and I respect hustle. Whether or not I necessarily agree with the type of hustle it is, I respect hustle. But I also respect women that know their worth and at least would not allow for a dusty man with ashy knuckles to come in and take your earnings or take a profit from your hustle, because at that point I do feel like that's pimping, in my opinion. But I would like your thoughts and opinions on whether or not you feel that this is pimping or support, or both. It could be both. Let me know down below in the comment section. So next, I wanted to talk about this Facebook status that was sent to me by one of my Instagram followers, and it reads, I've come to the conclusion that black men are the only men who expect their woman to split bills. Now, two things. Well, there's a few things. First thing is this. Clearly, there is a difference within cultural norms when it comes to other cultural groups. Meaning, I would have to go as far as saying African American, Afro-American men are not taught that they should aim to be the breadwinners. Now, I'm not gonna say in all households, but I would have to speak on the norm. And the reason for that, I have to say, I really do have to say that it stems from trauma. I feel like it stems from trauma that's passed down from generations to generations. And this is on both ends, because we as Black women accept 50-50. Black men are also conditioned to also accept 50-50. I know, and I'm not going to say all African American men, but I have to say the majority feel like there's nothing wrong with splitting bills 50-50. But if you step outside of the Black cultural atmosphere of Afro-American men, you will quickly find out that other men outside of our culture don't find that to be acceptable. So this is a white woman who is not understanding that there is a cultural difference. And I also feel like this has a lot for us as Black women as far as what we allow and what we accept and what we find to be the standard. I feel like it says a lot. But also another point that I want to make is that this white woman can't understand why this is even a thing within the Black culture. And I have to speak on Afro-Americans. And the reason is because we're given the shorter end of the stick within society. So prime example would be white women come before Black men. So of course they're going to be looking to a white woman, or any woman for that matter, to split bills 50-50, because within society they're not given the same opportunities as white women. So it goes white men, white women, then Black men. So if this is a white woman pursuing or engaging in a relationship with a Black man, 50-50 relationship dynamic is kind of expected because of the social issues that Black men tend to face within America. Now, does this give a brother that is successful excuses? No, but it does say a lot for like entertainment. Black men who choose to date out of their race, they find it an issue that if a Black woman requires a man to be the sole provider, we're automatically labeled the gold digger. But a white woman can make a status like this and it's funny, it's humorous, oh, like everyone understands where she's coming from. But as soon as a Black woman does it, we're automatically labeled a gold digger, which I find to be interesting. But the cultural norm outside of Black American culture is that the man is the sole provider and the breadwinner. That is cultural norm. So we as Black women, again, you have a choice. You can set the standard. You can require a man to either split the bills 50-50, or you could require a man to be the sole provider or take on majority of the responsibilities within your home financially. It is a choice. Even though this may be the cultural norm, this is not the case for every African American man out there. There are plenty of Black men out here, if you change your environment, that have no issue with being the sole provider within the relationship or marriage dynamic financially. It's really all dependent on you. And if you feel like you keep bumping into Black men that can't give you more, then step outside of your community, your environment, or even your race to get what you want, because you have options. You have pick of the litter is what I call it. So if you choose to stay with a man and deal with a man who wants to split everything 50-50, that is a choice. That is a choice that you're making. If you don't like the idea, some women don't care, and we need to respect the women that don't care. If you're a Black woman and you don't mind splitting 50-50, that is a choice that you are choosing to accept or deal with. That is a situation that you're choosing to accept or deal with. So I'm not going to bully you for accepting 50-50. In my opinion, I do feel like you're going to be overworking yourself, because if you're caregiving in the home and you're being a professional outside of the home, you're overworking yourself. You're not going to have any downtime. You're not going to have any time to yourself. And then when we add kids to the equation, you're really not going to have any time to yourself. That's why I don't really like it, because If you're splitting everything 50-50 and you're being the caregiver in the home 100% of the time, I don't feel like that's really fair to you, and I feel like you're being overworked, and you're going to get tired, and you're going to get drained, and you're going to get burnt out fast. And that is a cause for either high stress levels or depression. And at the end of the day, it's just not healthy for me in my eyes. So it's not healthy to me, and that's why I don't like it, because I don't feel like it's really fair. I feel like the woman is literally carrying a lot of the load, and that should not be. Every relationship is going to be different unless you're choosing the hypergamy life. It just depends on what you want. But I'm not surprised by this status. Actually, this is a white woman that played herself if she felt like she was going to get something different, and the reason is because, once again, this is a white woman that is making a status like this, and she is not aware of the plight of the black man when it comes to society. Meaning, she is not aware that white women get paid more than black men, and that is a personal problem. So I really don't see how this has anything to do with us as black women. It seems like this is a personal problem among white women and black men, and that is not something that we should be inserting ourselves in. That is my opinion. But I wanted to add this status into this video because I'm going to be also reacting to another video. So next, I wanted to talk about this white woman that is going viral. This video was posted to World Star because she said being with a black man should not be seen as a badge of honor. Let's go ahead and take a look.
If you grow up as a white girl,
Yes.
and you get attention from black guys,
Yes.
in my experience and all the other white girls that I know, we don't think that getting attention from black guys gives you a status of some sort. If you get attention from the white guys,
No,
you do have the status more than if you get attention from black guys.
as a man, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that.
Well, as a woman who gets attention
Yes.
and who grew up in a white culture more than a black culture,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you that getting attention from black guys is not a badge of honor if you're white.
Okay.
And I'm white.
You are right.
Yes. Now,
Well, see,
if a white girl gets attention from a white guy, that's more valuable in white culture than if she gets attention from a black guy. If she gets attention from a black guy, that doesn't make you a better anything. Like, that doesn't raise you in anybody's eyes. As a matter of
In
fact,
some people's eyes, it does.
as a matter of fact, it's a little bit of she's basically not good enough for the white, so she's good for the black guys. That's how it's looked at it.
You guys sent me this video in my DMs, and at first I'm just like, girl, I don't have an opinion for this because this ain't my business. But I decided that I'm going to give my opinion on this. She's not lying, it's the truth. And for this black man to disagree with her is basically saying that the issues that black men tend to face within our society doesn't happen. So him denying this, in my opinion, is contradicting to the black man's plight. And it's because his ego is not allowing him to accept the truth, because it is the truth. Now, I'm going to get into why I feel like it's the truth. So we all know that within society, there is this social structure that we all deal with and face every single day. And it starts with white men coming first, white women coming second, and we may even throw in some minorities that can pass the test for European standards, and then we have black men, and then we have black women. That is the order. You guys can come up with the structure down below, but that, in my head, it kind of looks like that. So with him denying this, he's also denying the fact that he deals with racism, and he also deals with racial profiling. So with this black man denying the fact that this is true, because in reality it is true, he just doesn't like how she's saying it or how she's wording it, but it is true. So with him denying that this is true, even though she's wording it in a way that to me is very, very derogatory, it's true. It is true. And this also says that within white culture, white community, it is a standard to marry for status and to date for status. That confirms that whole segment of us speaking on hypergamy, black women need to date up, black women should date for status and things like that. because that's what these other racial groups of women are being taught. We are last to the game. We're last to actually taking this approach with our dating life and who we consider to be suitors for marriage. So it confirms a lot. But I find it interesting that he's wanting to deny this, and the reason for that is because he's also denying his plight as a black man and the things that he faces and deals with when he's on the job, when he's trying to get approved for a home, or when he's trying to find a place to rent. He's denying his own plight based off of what this woman is saying, because there's a lot of truth to what she's saying. You don't have to agree with it, but it is true because of our social structures and norms within society. So I would love your thoughts and opinions on this entire situation, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you're new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.